Right, okay, so we're on to the next part of our research, and what this page wants us to do in this section is provide details of the results of the research that you've carried out into the problem. Now, just to reiterate that this student got 3 out of 5, and it looks very weak. It's not in detail. I'll read it out to you. She said, I have made a target audience and jewellery mood board. I have looked on the internet and in jewellery shop windows for inspiration. Now, firstly, it's not in detail. It hasn't used all of the space, and the punctuation isn't correct, and the layout of the sentence doesn't actually make sense. So, taking on board them points and also the points made by the exam board, they want you to, they want the student to have a more detailed analysis of research required. So, again, just a little bit more detail. So, me and Miss Rubens are going to look at the work that we've discussed about the customer, and we're going to come up with some problems that we'll think we might have to do some research on. So, firstly, I think because Susie is pregnant and she's going to have a baby, her priority is going to have is for the MP3 player to be safe to use if the child was to be around. So I'm going to put on here. So I'm going to put safety.
So we're identifying the problems that we might have to overcome with our product. So
yeah.
Safety would be our first and main concern.
Yeah. So have you got any ideas, Miss Rubens, of what we could do to research safety for products for children?
The most obvious one for me would be corners and edges, making sure that things weren't... And the customer said themselves that they wanted it to be quite like larger pieces, or that components weren't easily swallowed. So that would be my first things.
Yeah. I mean, what we could do is we could actually go into shops and have a look at children's products and to see how they are made and how so that it's safe for that child to use as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the places that we could visit, one of the 4 P's that we could consider here for our planning is shops and retailers.
So safety, so shops, retailers. Yeah.
One of the other P's is places. So where could we find? So shops is a place, obviously. So that's nice and easy to do. People, we could go to places like nurseries, and we could like playgrounds and things that might inspire us for children. But we do need to remember here that we are designing for an adult with a child, not for a child.
Yeah. We need to make sure that we don't get things mixed up here.
So kind of products. So what kind of products would we need to look at specifically for
a child's laptop, a child's music player in some way?
But then, Miss, if we did that, then we'd be getting ideas on how they're made safe, but we're designing for an adult, remember? So we'd have to look at the features, perhaps, do you think?
Yeah, so I'll just say features.
And they usually tend to be chunky, but that's an assumption.
Features
we'd
of
have to...
electronic products.
Yeah.
Electronic products for children.
And the process, which is our 4th P, is the analysis, isn't it? So it's looking at these products and analysing what other designers have done to make those products safe for children while still appealing to adults.
How they are made safe. Yeah, okay. So although the customer who's going to buy it is Susie, but she's going to have a young child, and that's at her main interest to protect a son or daughter. Okay. Yep. So safety is a big issue. She wants she likes things geometric. She likes things very simplistic, neutral, blacks and greys. And I think looking at and she really particularly liked Apple, so I think we could look at Apple as a brand.
Apple products, yeah. That would be a...
So I'll make another point, Brandon. I don't think I've got enough room to fill all this in, so I think we might have to go to another page and then rewrite this up. But Brandon, Apple, and then we could shops again.
Yeah, magazines, catalogues even.
Yeah.
Obviously there's the internet. Physical products, it would be good to bring in an old Apple product. In fact, I think we've got one of them here. So later on we'll analyse this product as part of our analysis.
Yeah.
Even our phones, I've got my phone and the iPad, yeah. Brilliant, so we could look at products.
Yeah. So shop magazines, internet, physical products, like iPhones. And again, analyse them, take them apart.
Yeah. We could look for the leading manufacturers and see what have any of them got anything in common. Because the common features, if it's selling well, then obviously customers like that.
Yeah.
But again, we need to be careful that we meet Susie's age group. And the portable aspect, that seems to come up quite a bit, doesn't it? You seem to want to take it around the house in different rooms. So we could, consider ways of making our product portable.
Yeah.
So power, battery power, for example. So how can we power this so that it's a portable system? The weight would have to be.
Yeah, well, yeah. The weight. And then that is, again, like looking at existing products.
Like, for example, other products that we've got, I've got like this camera, it's got a carry strap.
Yes,
So that would
that's a good idea.
Or like this product, for example, has got a handle on.
Yes.
So would we want a handle on our design or not? It's we need to look at styling to make things portable.
Yeah. So can we just write down them 3 P's again then, Miss? So you said when we're looking at something. So what's the first P stand for?
It was people.
People. So how would we be able to find that information? By asking people. Yeah. And the next
Which
one?
people could we ask?
Yeah.
Places. So where could we go to find the information?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So like shops, retailers,
Yeah.
Internet. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Products. So products that might inspire us or that have been designed before.
Yeah.
And then processes. So what processes are involved, whether it be research, specification, or analysis, evaluating something, summarising research, etc.
Yeah.
So the processes are involved.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably rewrite all this, including more information about portability, and also she's very keen about the environment. So I'm going to think about how I would overcome that problem as well by, again, looking at other products on the market that are sustainable, and take it from there.
What about like breaking down the product as well? How the product once
that's a good idea.
Once it's been used and finished with, can it be disassembled to be made into something else perhaps, or to become another product, go into landfill easier so that different materials can go in different recycle bins, etc.
Yeah.